Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Meta Messiah. I'm outside. I'm trying to keep my voice up with the wind. Too loud inside. Got some stuff going on. But it's a nice day here in Texas. And it's been a really nice day for Okinami. If you're paying attention to what Okinami is all about, it's an ERC20 token that stealth launched about a little bit over maybe 40 days or so after Suka did. And they're incredibly linked both by the code and my dog wants outside too. Both by the code and various blockchain evidence that is rather compelling, symbolisms and Buddhist philosophies and ways of thought. Milarepa and Mount Kailash being huge symbolism between the two that's shared. And of course, Urashima Taro, the fisherman with Okinami, is very emblematic of receiving a treasure from a dragon and what to do with it. You have two choices. Other videos of mine before this, I go into a lot more of that. But bottom line is the blockchain message on Okinami has been the surge. Most recent message of great importance is the surge. And now that Shanghai is going to be over and done with here, as we enter into it, you're going to hear a lot about EIP 4844 sharding, dank sharding. I'm sure Vitalik and other ETH developers are going to be a lot of talk about scaling Ethereum to get the 100,000. Wow, 100,000 transactions per second. That's a lot. I think Visa's at around 60,000 at its best. So they want to go 40,000 transactions per second. I think greater than Visa, if I'm not mistaken on there, per second. That's an amazing feat. It would, in other words, allow for payment systems that are on par with Visa, and be very lucrative businesses for those that build upon the blockchain, use it as payment systems. So this is a big deal. I mean, mass adoption is coming. You can hate crypto, you can hate blockchain, and if you hate it all, it doesn't matter. We went from dollars to credit cards. We went from gold and silver to paper dollars, promissory notes from the government, essentially. Now to just, no gold standard, to just faith on the currency. Dollars dropping, of course. We're seeing a lot of trade war, and now a fiat war between countries that are not politically friends. We saw this coming, actually. A lot of people saw the decoupling of the dollar from the world trade system, especially because of the heavy debt of the United States. So this is none of this is a surprise. It'd be delusional to be surprised. We're seeing the banking system come to a massive collapse in terms of people wanting to keep their cash in banks. It's just not going to happen anymore. People with lots of money, no, they're going to be in gold and Bitcoin, art, things that are assets you could trade for good money. But this is really cool about Okinami. I think we brought some credibility to this project. We want, not necessarily me, the thank you to the Okinami community members who put these ads up in Times Square, New York, I believe, in that area where they have all those screens, but New York City nonetheless. I'm actually from New York originally, where I was born. So this is like the financial capital of the world, it's like the Rome of the West, New York City. So to be there, I think, is a huge deal. I think they're going to do some more, but I wanted to show these videos in here to show you just where this community is heading. This is some serious stuff. This is not a meme coin. This is not just a community token. We have a very secretive dev team, for good reasons. There's reasons to be very quiet in this business, as it's a strategic disadvantage to release information too early or too late, even. It's just timed at the right time. Shanghai's going to be over with. So, we get to see these ads and be in this community wondering what's going to happen next. And we're seeing it on the big screen and be like, is this going to be on the big screen like, a lot of stuff that we're seeing now with advertising for other big-time tokens? we feel this energy in the group, Telegram, and the description. Not the description. The Telegram link is in the description. So this energy is building up. The token price has been up and holding over 3 now for over 24 hours. When I say 3.003, that's still only about a third of a penny. It has hit a penny. It's been above a penny, and it came down. But from where it started, it's actually up quite a bit from its very beginning. So it's held through a bear market rather impressively, better than some other tokens who have started up higher and they're way below where they started. We're seeing money coming out of Bitcoin now. It's pulling back from going over. It went over 30,000. It breached a psychological threshold that was very important. And Bitcoin now coming down a little bit's good. It's going to pump money into altcoins and other meme coins and whatever. People have a little extra after they reposition. They're like, why not take a gamble with some of it? If you're not putting it into stable coins or other utility coins or altcoins, a lot of people want to temporarily just keep them in stable coins and then go back into something or go back into Bitcoin. So there's going to be a lot of moving around. But of course, billions of Ethereum are now open to the market. Do they restake? Do they go to get a LDO, Lido token deal? If maybe they weren't using Lido before. I saw Lido's coming up some. Lido token's looking pretty good. And that's because of liquid staking, which is a strange concept. But it's like you could trade your Ethereum while at stake and still get your rewards. But I guess it's because you're not moving anything out of the wallet. And if you're just trading within ERC20s anyways, you're just building the portfolio. So you're potentially adding value to it, although you could make some bad bets. I think if your balance goes down too low, they'll boot you out of it and you lose your reward. So you have to be careful. I think there's some rules and regulations within the smart contract itself, but interesting. LDO, Lido, DAO. A lot of people might just restake. A lot are going to spend. A lot are going to recoup losses, perhaps. I don't know. But Ethereum was up. It decoupled. Ethereum was up and Bitcoin was down. It was down today. It's just wild. That's like when the Nasdaq's up but the Dow is down, which is usually a wild event in the stock market sometimes, but it's happened before. Divergences happen. The question is it a short-lived thing? Is it a one-time anomaly? Is it a trend? You have to get multiple days of it doing it. So just decoupling today for a little bit, which is good to see because I like Ethereum. I like ERC20 tokens. It's the, you got Bitcoin's the gold, Ethereum's still the silver, and who knows what Okinami is going to be, but with Shibarium coming out and all those other things, layer 2, Shib Inu, which we're burning with our NFTs, we are burning some. We burnt 10.3 million just yesterday, I think. So we're burning the Shiba Inu with the NFTs. I did want to talk about that real quick. I like Shiba Inu. I don't like it like a fanboy where I make videos about it all the time. But I'll mention it because it's a very important token. It's one of the most important layer 2s for Ethereum. And I just, it's something that I think at this point in time, I find it very interesting. I like it, but I'm not going to post as much in terms of my videos on Shiba Inu until we get closer to Shibarium being in the public launch. I see Okinami having potential being traded on it or paired or something. If it's an ERC20 of value, and it's like I could see Suka getting on there paired and staking, all kinds of crazy stuff. But lots of Ethereum's coming out, and a lot's going to go back in on and replace the nodes. That's why I think Lido has a chance right now. But this whole video is just more or less a just celebratory. Hey, I think we're now in the clear for the bull market. As I stated in the text for the video, Okinami in the bull market could be really huge, and I think that's going to be the case. And once we get into EIP 4844, that upgrade and all the sharding, dank sharding, using the data blobs to transfer stuff on them. That's all. Okinami might just be basically a conduit to create data blobs, and it's staking it, and perhaps trading Okinami facilitates it in some way. It's crazy how these technologies work in tandem with one another on the ERC20 blockchain, because it's like how the internet itself is, and it's a very complex web of servers and other information technologies that, like with the cloud and everything is rather complex. And so blockchain right now is becoming more and more complex. Okay. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has a blockchain class for basically future developers. That's MIT. That's one of the most prestigious, I think, between them and Caltech, depending on who you ask. MIT is that prestigious, and it's a big deal, teaching blockchain and so on and so forth. Major institutions. And in closing, the massive adoption of this new world, where banks become leveled in their power because, basically crypto will be more powerful than banks. And yet it's decentralized, but there will be centralized competition. There's always going to be this battle between centralized, decentralized. That's healthy for the ecosystem. You need competition. You need that. And centralized will never be as trusted, I think, by the hardcore crypto holders, because centralized stuff means the governments could do whatever to manipulate that, or governments would have control through regulations. That's just the way it is. It's the way the stock market works. And the people are kind of getting tired of the stock market. They're like, ain't nobody's making any money anymore. All it is hedge funds and big institutions. Like, yay, I can get some money. I might basically just do your 401k and do your distributions. You try trading it? Yeah, you could trade it. You can trade micro caps and this and that. It's not all that boring. I think just people are it's losing its luster, because you can make a lot more money in a shorter period of time in crypto. And again, while none of this is financial advice, this is I'm not an advisor in any way for investments or finances. But at any rate, this is for entertainment. But crypto is entertaining. And the Telegram groups, the Discords, the social networking, people love talking about it, and they love being parts of their communities. And how many people do you know are gung-ho about being, I'm in the Google army, I'm in the Amazon army, I'm in the IBM, or even whatever small cap stock they're in. You don't see people just trade them, or they own them. They're faceless almost. They're just like, is it making money or not? Boom. You don't really, some people might love their Coca-Cola stock because grandma bought them some or whatever. Grandpa, here's a stock certificate. That's how you actually got paper. It was a cool Christmas present to get Coke stock. And if you held onto those papers, even the original stock certificates for Coca-Cola are worth a lot of money. So at any rate, I better get going, and I got stuff cooking inside. I should attend to it. This is going to be some huge news coming, okay? Crypto's going to be big. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you think, okay? Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time.